मैं सिर्फ इतना जानता हूँ, तुझे हारना नहीं आता।
Is there anything that you are not telling me?
बाहर सब सैन के लिए लड़ रहे हैं, मेरे लिए मैं अकेली लड़ रही हूँ।
One Guju boy speaking to another Guju girl, I think it always makes it a very wonderful experience. So a warm welcome to the wonderful Karishma Tanna. First, a huge congratulations to you on Scoop on Netflix.
Thank you so much, Anuj.
Right. Now look, Karishma, I think Scoop is of course based on Jigna Vora's case. And you're of course playing a journalist who is middle class from Mumbai, and when ambition gets her caught up in a dark world of crime. So tell me, how much were you able to resonate with that, ambitious young sort of Karishma, in terms of what Jagruti, your character, portrays as well?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has dreams, everybody has ambitions and the aspirations, to reach somewhere in life. And yeah, Karishma also had it, and so did Jagruti Pathak, and what things happened to her it was kind of uh, very heartbreaking, I would say. And but I would not try to take away the fact that everybody works hard, everybody wants to be on top, and it's your journey, And Jagruti's Pathak's journey had a lot of layers. She was a very hardworking crime reporter. She always wanted to be on top. She always wanted the front page. And how she is with her child, how she is with her mother. She comes from a Gujarati middle class Ghatkopar, family, and how she had dreams to have a bigger house or have the best education for her child. And when she goes to jail, what she feels and how her life totally takes a 360 turn. That's the story about.
Right. Now, I think when it comes to perhaps an image that, one perceives versus the reality, I don't think there's anyone more better than other than yourself who has unfortunately faced that, especially when you did shows like Big Boss and other reality shows too. So I think bringing that experience that what you faced in your life about people's reaction towards you versus your actual truth, and of course the whole breaking news aspect, how do you think this series has changed that perspective or really enhanced that perspective for you?
It has definitely put a lot of focus in my acting career. I would say this show is very, very important to me. This character is very important, and it's very challenging. And I'm very lucky, and I would say, you know, uh, very thankful for Netflix and Hansal sir to give me this part, and to portray and keep that kind of faith in me. Have that kind of faith in me. So yeah, I mean, um, when I got the script, when I read the character, everything was so beautifully written. It was so detailed that I was actually nervous. Will I be able to portray this character? I wanted people to forget who I am, and I wanted to touch chords with the audience, you know, and make them understand the journey of Jagruti Pathak.
Hmm. Now, I've seen a few episodes of the series, and I think I
Oh,
must
you did?
yeah, and I must tell you, your performance is outstanding. And I feel
Thank
I'm so
you.
glad that you got this opportunity to actually shine. I mean, there's one scene that where I think you're in jail and the way you break down. I mean, I can't even imagine how challenging and emotionally tough it must have been. How tough was it actually for you, Karishma, throughout this whole process for you to, keep going? Because I'm sure it must have taken a toll on your mental health as well.
It did. It did. This entire show was um extremely challenging because when you're in the newsroom, when you're there is a lot of bantering, there is a lot of passion. The whole vibe is overlapping each other, trying to get the front page and all that, taking approvals from the editor and all that. So also there was very informative dialogues which I had in the show. And in real life, I didn't know much of journalism. So, I had to like pick up the way a journalist talks and all that. Then, when she goes to jail, the entire jail sequence is very emotionally draining because the kind of scenes I had, if you saw the frisking one, that
Hmm.
was the first scene, and Hansal sir did in a linear manner. He wanted to finish that scene first. So I feel um, naked, I feel broken, I feel humiliated. And that would enhance my future scenes, that would literally um, make me feel that what this character must have gone through.
Right. I'm very curious. Did you actually meet Jigna to discuss the character at all?
She actually came when we were almost finishing the shoot. We didn't meet her in the start. Yeah, she came in our last schedule, and because we were shooting in Ghatkopar and she lives there.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, she came with a lot of Gujju food. We ate. Hansal sir and I really enjoyed theplas and amras and all that.
Oh,
And yeah,
nice.
when I remember I had a scene with my granddad in the show. That was one scene where it was very emotional, and she was behind the camera, and I could see her weeping. Because all the memories were back in her life. It was like a very nostalgic moment for her. And then she was explaining me what her experiences were and that. So it was a very different feeling to have a live character standing in front of you and you
Hmm.
portraying that. And yeah, it was good fun.
And I think one thing that I love about Hansel, so there's two things that I like about him. I think first part I'm gonna say is that, the way he writes female characters, I think is so beautiful. Whether it is Patra Lekha in City Lights, recently Juhi Babbar Soni in Faraz,
Faraz,
so
Faraz.
pro character. I think the way he writes, and I think even the series, it takes a subtle uh dig at misogyny in the workplace and patriarchy in the workplace, which I think is so well done. Really, I think it's wonderful how you did that. So, I think I wanted to relate this back to you as well, Karishma, because I'm sure it must have been very difficult in getting work, because I feel a lot of times actors who begin with television are stigmatized. I mean, look, I mean, take your example. I mean, you did two glamorous roles in Grand Masti and Sanju. So do you find also like, you were also stereotyped, whereas perhaps if a man did a glamorous role, he would not face that much flack. Do you feel that these double standards exist as well in the acting space?
I don't know about double standards, to be very frank, but I know one thing, that I was not um I was not the first choice of a lot of directors and producers because I came from TV. Um, so yes, there is a struggle if you come from TV. There is a stereotype, typecasted. We are typecasted as TV actors, so that was there. But I didn't take it in a negative way. It in fact made me very strong. That okay, maybe the dejection, maybe I have to prove myself, or I have to become that good an actor where people do notice me and take me
Mhm.
for films. But after that, OTT came, and I was very happy that actors who wanted to kind of grow from TV and come into films and were struggling to get into films had this platform called OTT, where you are getting to do the kind of work you want to do. You're getting to showcase your acting talent, So for us, it was like a game changer, I
Mhm.
think.
But I mean, that's what I say, Gacha, since you did Big Boss, right? And I remember that was a crazy time, I'm sure, for you personally as well. So, I mean, when you after doing a show like that, and I think I asked you this earlier in our interview as well, but when you look back at Big Boss and experiences like that, which were emotionally very difficult for you, what would you say has been the key learnings and helped you to develop as a person from that?
I think I've become less reactive. I have understood that you can be a little diplomatic also. Uh, you don't have to be you know, strongly opinionated about everything. It's fine to just sometimes listen and not talk. That's what I've learned from Big Boss for sure. Because I don't like getting judged, and that the show is about only getting judged. You know, so I showcased something which I could have easily, like been smart about. So yeah, I mean, having said that, I don't regret any of my work which I've done in the past. I don't regret at all because with my full knowledge, with my full you know, I've taken the right decisions every time. I feel yes, there can be few ups and downs, but I don't regret anything.
Right. No, and as you shouldn't either. I think it was definitely a wonderful sort of launch pad as well. I think you've done really well ever since. But apne Hansal Mehta ni baat karta tha. And I think one thing that I love, and I'm glad you touched upon the whole Guju Gusto that he brought on set.
Yeah.
Is, I મને બહુ જ ગમે છે કે જેવી રીતે ઈ ગુજરાતી characters ને portray કરે છે. તમે જો
Mm,
હર્ષદ મહેતાનું story લઈ લ્યો. The
mm,
way it's not just about the culture, and of course it's beautiful, it celebrates that. Even this show also celebrates that, but it's also about talking the real gritty stories which happen in our society. So do you think his cinema has perhaps been a way to bridge the gap and debunk the whole cultural stereotypes that Hindi cinema for the longest amount of time has been doing to non-Hindi speakers and stuff like that? And how do you hope to bring more accurate Gujarati characters on screen as well?
Oh, I am really a proud Gujarati, and so is he. You know, he would love to. He's told me in one of the interviews that he would love to produce and direct a Gujarati film also, and I would love to act in, a Gujarati film if given a chance or if given the right script. I would definitely love to. And yeah, I mean, see, he doesn't believe in only doing portraying strong Gujarati roles. He just likes good scripts. You know, he has the knack of picking up good scripts, I feel. And be it Shahid, be it Faraz, be it Omerta, that was a that trilogy. All Muslims stories he's picked up, and this is like a Gujarati one, which is Scam Scoop. I think one more will be in pipeline very very soon. You
Right.
know, so yeah, I mean, he doesn't think about all of this. I think he picks up very good um, screenplay and scripts, and it's working very well for him. I think he's one of the finest directors we have in our industry.
Hmm. And again, he talks about a lot about flawed characters and perhaps characters who have a very negative portrayal, but he presents them in a very humanized way, And I think Apreji human rite joy. I think that's something which he's definitely managed to pick up. So I mean, I would love to know a bit more about your life actually. Perhaps, I mean, I'm sure it hasn't been to an extent where you've had to go to jail, and I pray that day never comes. But Karishma, in your life, if you can recount a situation when you set out to do something, but something serious happened and it backfired on you, perhaps similar to what Jagruti goes through. What was that situation in your life, and what gave you the strength to deal with that?
Mm, mm. I don't think so. I had that kind of drama in my life where it reached to this life, or this stage and all that. My life has been always very simple. I have worked my shift. I've done my work, and I've left for work. Left for home. So I've not had any too many dramas where I can recollect or I can think of that this could have put me in trouble. I'm very focused that way. I do my work and I leave, I go home, I sleep. It's a routine I follow.
જ્યારે તમે શરૂઆત કરી હતી as an actor, what would you say was your ambition then? And do you think that ambition or that drive has changed ever since?
No, my ambition is the same. My passion is the same, to always do the best work in my industry, to give my audience every time something different, to make myself proud, and I keep giving different kind of um, projects to my fans where they feel proud about me. And yeah, I mean, I love acting, and it's been 18 years that I'm in this industry, and I'm still not done with it yet. I feel that I've just come. I have so much to learn. Just like Mr. Bachchan, he still feels that he has so much to learn. So yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying every bit of it, and I am hoping that I continue giving my best.
Right. And I'm really curious to know actually, because it's been 18 years, and I know you said that you were very positive, and I can definitely see that. I think it's wonderful as well because you need to be. But in terms of not giving up, because it can really push you, Karishma. This industry is ruthless. મને ખબર છે લંડનમાં બેઠો બેઠો મને બધું ખબર હોય છે કે કેવી રીતે બધું ચાલે છે. So tell me, how do you stay strong? What would you say gives you strength in life?
My mother and my dog, and now my husband.
Oh yeah.
They uh, uh, give me strength, and also, working out. When you're doing good workout in the gym or you're doing yoga, that keeps you a little stable. And my positive vibes come from my dog, my mom, and my husband has given me that sense of stability. Sometimes as an actor, you have your highs, you have your lows, but he tries to align my mind. He tries to, give me that focus, and he kind of understands me, and I like that. So yeah, I get a support from a lot of people.
Right. અને આગળ જતા કેવું roles તમને જોઈએ છે? What sort of a, because I'm sure, I mean, look, I think this is a very meaty role anyway, and I think
Yeah,
definitely your fans will definitely be very proud. I mean, I'm proud just seeing a fellow Gujarati do so well and a wonderful
thank you,
actor do so well. But
thank you.
આગળ જતા કેવું roles તમને જોઈએ છે કે તમને મળે?
I would love to do women-centric roles. I would love to do something strong where I can show two sides of a woman, like a bipolar
Yeah.
or a de-glam and a glam. I would love to do something which is something very different and explore new genres for sure.
And I think it was really nice because you played an LGBTQIA character recently as well in Hush Hush as well, like a police
Yeah.
inspector, right? Which I thought
Yeah.
was very well done, by the way.
You saw that show too?
I did, and I was very pleased. I was like, finally, Karishma Tanna gets her the opportunity she deserves. So I was very pleased to see that.
Thank you.
But look, Joe, Karishma, I think we've run out of time. I'm not text I watch it, but it's been such a pleasure to have you on Filme
Thank
Shilmy,
you.
really. And well done, and thank you so much for
Thank you, Anuj. I'll
such
see
a
you
good
soon.
Gujarati role. Thank you so much, definitely.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.